November 8th is just over 3 months away, right? I mean, August, September, October, November. So things are definitely going to be heating up quite a bit now that the primary's done with and the ballot's been certified. You've got ballot's not been certified. Primary's been certified. The ballot is going to be certified for November in the weeks ahead. But you've got the Republican challenger, Darren Bailey, going up against the Democrat incumbent, Governor J.B. Pritzker, and a Libertarian candidate that's going to be thrown in there in the mix as well. But obviously, it's going to be a pretty heated conversation heading into the final few months here of the November 8th general midterm election. The money situation, obviously, is something to focus on. Governor J.B. Pritzker is a billionaire. He spent $160+ million to get the job in 2018. And I think he's sitting on about $60 million right now. He could probably put more in there. But you've got Darren Bailey, a downstate farmer, a state senator, former state rep. He's getting some backing from some other wealthy individuals in his race. Questions about financing, of course, in the future, what it holds, but also questions about the rhetoric that's being used and the reporting that's being done on this. Now, obviously, one of the more controversial issues that's come up has been comments that Darren Bailey made several years ago about abortion and it being a horrible tragedy, in his opinion, and somewhat making a comparison to the Holocaust. And that's gotten a lot of response from people, including a few Republicans. I think I saw a tweet from Adam Kinzinger not long ago. But this has also been something that's been reported widely by all kinds of news outlets, headlines in all the major press papers, be it the Tribune, the Sun-Times, even in the SJR this morning. And that's been a go-to thing that Governor J.B. Pritzker's campaign surfaced in opposition research, and the newspapers went ahead and reported it out. Bailey's made comments in response to that, but that's not the only types of political messaging that we're going to be seeing. You've also got, when we talk about the money situation, the governor with a huge war chest to be able to spend on TV ads. And surely CNN's on over my shoulder here in the studio for WMAY. And you're likely going to see during a commercial break of some of these cable news outlets an ad from Governor J.B. Pritzker about Darren Bailey and Bailey operating a farm using some resources that were made available to private sector job creators, dollars that were made available from the coronavirus assistance programs that the federal government approved, pumping dollars into the economy. So here is Governor J.B. Pritzker's political ad that's featured now rather heavily on social media and also on cable news channels. So here's how that plays out.
Guess who's really paying for Darren Bailey's campaign for governor? You are. Yes, you are. Follow along. Darren Bailey's taken over $2 million in government money. The same Darren Bailey who acts like he's against government support. And Bailey got caught taking a fortune in PPP money just weeks before giving $150,000 to his campaign. So he's running for governor courtesy of you. And Darren Bailey didn't even say thank you.
So again, that's the ad that Governor J.B. Pritzker's out there with right now. And likely you're going to see that on a commercial break if you watch cable news. What about the response from Darren Bailey? He has this to say in response, and we're getting it here from the campaign, sharing this video that's posted of Bailey giving a direct response to the governor's political ad. It's about 2.5 minutes of State Senator Darren Bailey, the Republican candidate for governor, reacting to Governor J.B. Pritzker's political ad.
Friends, I wanted to take a moment to address out-of-touch billionaire JB's latest attack. Get this. JB Pritzker has the gall to run a TV ad attacking me for running a business and doing whatever it takes to keep people employed during tough times. JB Pritzker, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You inherited billions of dollars from your family.
And actually, I'm going to start this over. Give me 2 seconds here. Live local radio. Let's just get this started again and go.
To address out-of-touch billionaire JB's latest attack. Get this. JB Pritzker has the gall to run a TV ad attacking me for running a business and doing whatever it takes to keep people employed during tough times. JB Pritzker, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You inherited billions of dollars from your family. You have millions stashed away on islands that most folks have never heard of, let alone visited. You've never woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat worrying about keeping a job or managing payroll. You've literally never worked a day in your life. And you're criticizing me for how I run my farm? How dare you? You're the trust fund kid on the school playground, pushing all the regular kids around and making fun of their bagged lunches. You're the guy who ignores the speed limit on your custom-made, one-of-a-kind boat while the rest of us worry about the price of gas. Let me tell you what a hard day's work looks like. It's waking up before the sun comes up to pack 18 hours of hard physical labor into a single day during harvest. It's putting on your work boots, running tractors, plowing fields, and bandaging up calloused hands so that you can wake up the following day and do it all over again. It's worrying about crops when the weather is too dry, too wet, too hot, or too cold. It's exhaustion in every bone in your body, but knowing that people and jobs depend on you to keep putting one foot in front of the other. All over Illinois, there are people like me, farmers, yes, but also truck drivers, plumbers, electricians, grocery workers, mechanics, and so many others who put in the hours and sweat to provide for their families. These regular working folks make our state great, and they'll be the driving force behind our state's recovery. People like you and your Gold Coast friends are running our home into the ground. Governor Pritzker, you're spending millions of dollars of your family's money to attack me for how I run my business, the business that I built with my own two hands. You sit around with your soft hands laughing with your snooty friends at the downstate farmer who thinks that he can make a difference. Well, you got one thing wrong. I don't think I can make a difference. I know I can make a difference because I know what it takes to work hard and build something, and you don't have a clue.
So again, that's Republican gubernatorial candidate Darren Bailey responding to Governor J.B. Pritzker's political advertisements, critical of Bailey and how he's used resources that are available to the private sector, resources that were available because governments across the country locked things down, and including here in Illinois, where Governor J.B. Pritzker had stay-at-home orders, keeping businesses from being able to operate properly and keeping kids home from school and such. So this is the type of back and forth I think we're going to hear for the next 3 months. But there's also other political messaging that's going on that may be not as apparent on its face as a political ad. Governor J.B. Pritzker yesterday made 2 different stops in southern Illinois announcing tens of millions of dollars of tax dollars, your tax dollars, being used for infrastructure projects. He stopped in Cahokia Heights on yesterday morning to talk about investments in sewers and such. Here is a little bit of what the governor had to say there in Cahokia.
I'm proud to announce that more than $21 million in state funding that will bring 21st century wastewater infrastructure to this community is now at hand.
And then he made a stop down in Rend Lake to talk about millions of dollars there.
So today I am very proud to announce that we will be investing more than $17 million to renovate Rend Lake Resort.
But that's millions and millions of dollars in downstate Illinois that State Representative Charlie Meyer says that is a little suspect because it's promises they hear all the time around election time.
We've had projects before when it gets close to election time that have been promised, and this money never really seems to roll in.
And Meyer said that the governor needs to show up with the check in hand if he's going to make these types of announcements. And again, we've got 3 months before the general election.
You can promise all you want. Come with the checkbook and the check in hand and deliver it if you want to give money to Southern Illinois. We believe in seeing it. We don't want to hear about it.
So again, Meyer a bit suspicious about these types of ribbon cuttings and big money announcements coming from the governor heading into an election season. So you're going to hear a lot more about all this in the next 3 months. It is Springfield's Morning News. I'm Greg Bishop on 92.7 WMAY, Springfield's News.